What is up, everyone? Hope everyone is having a super chill Monday. I think we can all collectively take a deep breath after what was a stressful week, Saturday, Saturday began kind of shaky. Saturday night, though, seemed that a victory for the Democratic Party was secured. And while we won't get too political here, what I will say is that, honestly, looking at it completely objectively, this is the best result for both parties. If you take a step back, this is the best result for both parties. The Democrats' main priority, their primary objective, was to get Donald Trump out. Success. Hopefully. We don't want to speak too soon. Fingers crossed. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 could kick off at any moment, but fingers crossed. And the Republicans, you lose the executive branch. Granted. Bummer. But you have Senate majority, I believe, and you control the judicial branch. The Democrats control the House and the executive branch. Republicans control the judicial branch and the Senate. It's literally even Stevens. So, hopefully now with the scales perfectly balanced, everything can relax. A collective sigh in the month of November. Thanksgiving. Perfect time. Perfect time to just chill out. Now, what we would normally do on this podcast, we would be recapping the Rams game, the Rams victory that would have happened yesterday, Sunday. But this was the bye week. Rams had no opponent, but we can do a Rams preview. Who are the Rams playing this upcoming Sunday? Well, it is our most vaunted, our most hated rival, the Dwight to our Jim, the Lex Luthor to our Superman, the cranberry sauce to our cranberry juice, the Seattle Seahawks, the Seattle Stinkhawks, nice, versus our LA Rams. Seattle today played Buffalo, and it was actually a super dope game. I am remiss to give Seattle any sort of compliments or praise whatsoever. But what we will do is we shall briefly skim over their riffraff of a team. So they lose to the Buffalo Bills, 44-34. Russell Wilson, probably your front runner for MVP. Even though today he had one of his more lackluster days, still 390 yards, damn near a first down per completion average, 2 touchdowns. But here is the caveat. Here is the sauce to beating Russell Wilson. 5 sacks. The Buffalo Bills got 5 sacks on Russell Wilson. They pressured him all night. Forced him to throw some not so accurate balls. Allowed Buffalo to get 2 interceptions. Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer. Hopefully we can do that. We being the LA Rams. We are a top 5 team in sacks, and obviously, when we're talking about our defense, we're talking about Aaron Donald, but not just Aaron Donald. I think collectively we're having a much better year, especially Leonard Floyd. He was a collection this year in the off season. We picked him up from Chicago. 4 sacks this year. He's balling out. Taylor Rapp is having a really solid year. He's filling in for Jordan Fuller, who had gone down previous this year with injury. Taylor Rapp stepped up in a major way. Right now he's 4th in tackles on our team. 1 interception, 1 forced fumble. And he always seems to be in the scrum. He's a pursuit player. When I was playing football in high school, we would do this pursuit drill where, we would all just collectively run to one point. And our coach at the time, Coach Jones, he would, he would just go, pursuit, pursuit, pursuit. Taylor Rapp is a pursuit player. Front to back, I think our defense is better than Buffalo's. We were able to hold, doing quote unquote MMA math doesn't always add up, but we do have a common opponent. When the Rams played the Buffalo Bills, they did beat us, but they literally beat us on one play. One play separated that game, and our defense was able to hold Buffalo in the second half dramatically different than how they were playing in the first half. So I like our chances. We always play Seattle tough too. I think Sean McVay's overall record against Seattle, I think it's like 4-2 under the Sean McVay era. If we don't sweep Seattle, we always split the series against them. So I'm thinking we'll get the dub here. I like our chances. I really do. Our keys to victory: pass rush on Russell Wilson. It's hard to even pin down Russell Wilson. Like, I want to say force him to make fast reads, but he makes amazingly quick reads, and they always seem to fucking get there. DK Metcalf, seems to be like fucking Terrell Owens. It was 2K5 and NFL 2K5. Yeah, ESPN 2K5. Terrell Owens was unstoppable on that game. DK Metcalf plays a lot like Terrell Owens, but collectively, I like our back end. John Johnson III, Taylor Rapp, Troy Hill, Darius Williams, of course, Jalen Ramsey. I'm more concerned about intermediate routes over the middle, right behind our linebackers, in front of our safeties. I'm concerned that Seattle may be able to exploit that. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be able to collapse the pocket while also containing Russell Wilson, so he has to go upward instead of out. Upward, hopefully into Aaron Donald's arms. That's the game. And it's in Los Angeles. It's in home. I mean, there's no fans going to be there anyway, so I'm not sure, home matters, but we'll say it does. I like our Rams 28-24. That's what I like. I like our Rams 28-24 versus the Seattle Seahawks. Man, we are in a super competitive division. The NFC West is insane right now. Seattle lost today to Buffalo. Arizona lost today. Let's talk about this for a second. Arizona lost to Miami. To Tua's second official start. They lose to the Miami Dolphins 34-31. And the big Tua, as I'm calling him. These are some pretty dope stats for a second game. 20 for 28, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 carries for 35 yards, 5 yards per carry. The Dolphins are balling, and their defense is super legit. Byron Jones, it's crazy. We're starting to see like an official turnover. I remember back in the 2000s, teams like the Dolphins, my Rams, the Raiders, the Browns. The Browns are having a decent year. These were like the laughingstock top 5 drafting teams every year, and now they're perennial contenders. So it's cool to see that change. Seems like the Patriots are starting to fall off. Can't be happier about that. One last thing. So I got on my browser or whatever, and you open your homepage and you just get like random news stories. So I got one and I didn't click on it, so I really don't know nothing about it. But this woman apparently had like a vagina on her neck. I guess, I don't know. I didn't click on it, but I'm presuming that, the doctor removed it or did whatever the lady wanted. But, vagina on the neck. An extra set of genitals on the body. That's probably not a person that goes to church often. No one wants to wear a scarf indoors for 2 hours. You got to think. Vagina on the neck, on the throat. She probably gets a yeast infection every fall. And that's definitely not someone who hangs around your public library. You're supposed to be quiet in there. Sitting next to her is probably sitting next to Darth Vader. I can't imagine. Reckon if I had an extra unit I don't know where I would want it. Probably on my chest. I'd wear testicles like pasties, and I'd only live where it's cold. But on that note, pretty relaxed episode here, November 8th, 2020. Just want to close out by saying, everybody, let's start looking at each other as friends, as human beings, as neighbors again. That's the important thing. To start looking at each other as neighbors again. Not red, not blue, neighbors. When I used to live in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and I'd go to the Dodge store to get some fried chicken. The best to-go chicken. On the go, to go. Ready to go. Hot, spicy chicken. Boxed chicken. Dodge store fried chicken, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. But when I would go there, I would have a conversation with the lady or the old man or whoever was working there, Hey, how's your day? My day's good. How's yours? Yada, yada, yada. Let's get back to that. We need to work on our communication skills. I noticed there's two things that each side tends to say about each other that is just absolutely incorrect. And if we can get past this assumption, I think that we could find some common ground. I was watching my election coverage, and I didn't watch a lot, but I watched some, and in the coverage I did watch, and in just news in general, when they tend to refer to the Republican base, they tend to say uneducated, yada, 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 whites, whatever. Honestly, it tends to be whites, but uneducated. Now, let's be clear. What they're attempting to say is you have no post-secondary education. You're a non-college grad. But when you say you're uneducated, when you tell someone you're uneducated, the implication is that you have no formal education. And of course, if you have a high school diploma or a GED, then you have a formal education. So what I'm saying is that the language needs to match the intent. And on the flip side, Republicans often like to talk about how the left is entitled. All they care about is entitlements. And they, you can't toss around that word without understanding that the mass populace of the Democratic base is some of the most disenfranchised people in the country. So 2 words there, uneducated and entitled. Substitute those 2 words for something better. I don't know what those 2 better words are. I'm just a film student. Smokes doobs. Chills out. Eats goldfish. Reads news stories. Or actually does not read news stories about women with vaginas on their necks. But just passes right by it. I digress. Starting a rant. Anywho, bi-week fever getting to me, so it's time to go on and get out. As always, stay safe, stay smart, God bless, and I will catch you guys next week. Arrivederci.